I'm Joe the Audio Pro, and I'm going to show you how to update the firmware on QSC's K.2 series loudspeakers. Okay, the first thing we're going to need to do is navigate to QSC.com. Once we're loaded at QSC.com, we'll hover over the Resources button, go down, scroll down until we find K.2 firmware update. Go ahead and click that, and we get navigated to the K.2 firmware webpage. Alright, so we're going to scroll down and we're going to go ahead and download the K.2 firmware updater. So that's available in Windows or Mac format. A couple of items we're going to need to do this firmware update are a QSC K.2 speaker, and that can be K10.2, K12.2, or K8.2. We're going to need a computer that has the K.2 updater, and we're also going to need a USB cable. So this USB cable is going to need to be a micro USB on one end and a USB-A connection. Once we have the K.2 series speaker on, we can navigate in the LCD window here and we can scroll down to settings. This is a way we can check to see what firmware version we're currently on. So right now we can see that this K10.2 is at version 1.0.8. The latest firmware version is 1.2.0. We're going to go ahead and turn off the speaker in the moment to do our update. The next item that we're going to do is take off this scroll knob. So you can either do that with a flat object. We just need to get behind this, or a fingernail can even do it. I've got my fingernail underneath the corner edge. I'm just going to kind of wiggle it off. And notice we see up here we have a little USB micro USB port. What I'm going to do is connect the micro USB cable into the port on the speaker, and the other end I'm going to connect into my computer. Currently I have the micro USB cable plugged into the K.2 speaker and the other end plugged into my computer. I have the K.2 speaker off, and I have the K.2 updater on or open on my computer. I'll go ahead and flip the speaker on, and remember it's going to take a couple seconds for it to turn on because it's turning on all the DSP processing happening inside of the speaker. So now on the computer screen I can see that it is connected, and I'm going to go ahead and hit sync device. Okay. When I do that, it's going to say the current firmware is 1.0.8, and I'm going to go ahead and update firmware. Just hit the update button, and now I can see a loading bar on the computer screen, and on the back of the K.2 series speaker I can see a loading bar that says loading firmware. It's important to let this finish without disconnecting any USB cable or turning off your computer or the speaker. Once the loading bar is finished on the computer and the back of the speaker, it's going to say firmware is up to date on the computer screen. Also, if I navigate back to the settings window, it's going to say K10 1.2.0, which is the latest firmware. And that's how we know our firmware is up to date. After I've ensured that the QSC speaker is currently up to date, I can go ahead and turn the speaker off, remove the USB cable from the back of the speaker, and I can put the jog wheel, press it back on. Once again, I'm Joe the Audio Pro, and thanks for watching how to update the firmware on QSC K.2.